Good morning, children. Let's continue the chapter, the third level. Charlie turned into Grand Central Station from Vanderbilt Avenue and went down the steps to the first level where you take trains like 20th century. And from the first level, he walked down another flight of steps to the second level where the suburban trains leave from. Then he ducked into an arched doorway heading for the subway and got lost. What's the meaning of ducked into? Lowered his head to enter the arched doorway and he got lost. And subway means an underground railway or a tunnel under a road for use by pedestrians. Charlie recollects that he always used to bump into new doorways and stairs and corridors at the Grand Central Station. Once what happened? He got into a tunnel about a mile long and came out in the lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel. Another time, he came up in an office building on 46th Street, 3 blocks away. Sometimes Charlie felt that the Grand Central is growing like a tree with new corridors and staircases like roots. Even he felt that for so many people, through the years, Grand Central has been an exit, a way of escape. But this time, Charlie had a unique experience of visiting the third level, which actually did not exist. The corridor he was in began angling left and slanting downward. He could not see anyone over there. He kept walking. The tunnel turned sharp left. He went down a short flight of stairs and came out on the third level at the Grand Central Station. For a moment he felt that he had gone back to the second level. But he started observing the room on the third level was smaller with fewer ticket car windows and train gates. The information booth in the center was made of wood and old-fashioned. The man in the information booth wore a green eye shade and long black sleeve protectors. Open flame gas lights were used, and so the lights were dim and flickering. There were brass spittoons on the floor. Spittoon means that is a metal or earthen pot, typically having a funnel-shaped top used for spitting into. There were brass spittoons on the floor, and the people were dressed up like 1890s. He saw people with different types of beards, sideburns, and fancy mustaches. He got confused. To make sure, he walked over to a newspaper boy and glanced at the stack of papers at his feet. It was The World, the newspaper, The World, which has not been published for years. And the date mentioned was June 11th, 1894. He realized with ecstasy that he has reached 1894 and the trains could take him and his wife Louisa to anywhere in the US he wanted to go in the year 1894. And he wanted to go to Galesburg, Illinois. Talking about Galesburg, Illinois, especially in the year 1890s, it's a wonderful town with big old frame houses, huge lawns, a peaceful world. With the First World War still 20 years off and Second World War over 40 years in the future. And Charlie wanted 2 tickets to take him and his wife there. Charlie went to the ticket counter and started counting his money for tickets. The clerk shouted, "That's in money, mister. And if you are trying to cheat me, you won't get away easily." Of course, the money used was old style bills, very different from the money we use now. Charlie left the place through the same way he entered the third level. Next day, he withdrew all the money he had from the bank and bought old style currency. We have to pay a premium amount. That means some extra money to buy something which is not in circulation anymore. His $300 could fetch him only or even less than $200 of old currency. But he didn't bother much because things were much cheap in 1894. This really worried his psychiatrist friend as well as his wife. But after possessing the old currency, he started searching for the third level, but he never again found the corridor that leads to the third level. His wife, Louisa, asked him to stop looking for the third level. We'll continue the chapter tomorrow. Thank you, children.